Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. Leftist professor publicly calls for all cops to be strangled when intestines of the last capitalist, then say he got death threats from the blaze. Is that the picture? LOLs! Oh, he looks so sad. Midwestern State University professor Nathan John called for all enforcement officials to be strangled to death in August, and now he's facing death threats and doxing attempts. You know, I actually hate it when people get doxed, but based on what you said, I'm finding it difficult. Okay, according to the faculty page at school, John teaches courses healthcare ethic, of course. It's a useless position, useless degrees, and useless classes. Philosophy of race and racism, yes, another useless degree, another useless class. I can't believe people are actually wasting money on things like this. Multicultural philosophy, another useless class, and philosophy of horror and macabre, among others. So basically, he is just a diversity professor, even though he doesn't look diverse. It's basically just a position for people who did gender studies or other useless degrees to get employment besides flipping burgers. So basically, this is it. That's what they can get the most. And the other thing that they can achieve more besides their pinnacle of their degree being a philosophy of race and racism teacher is being a burger flipper. That's about it. That's how much you get by being in gender studies, women's studies, or healthcare ethics. John made the remarks in a now-viral Facebook thread in which which painted a grisly picture of capitalists and police officers. Who wants to bet this little piece of shit called the police officers to complain about the death threats? Who wants to bet? According to the College Fix, John wrote, I'm not going to say this on YouTube. If you want, you can read it. Just read it. Holy shit on a pickle. And no wonder you got a lot, because this... who wants to bet that Facebook also allowed this? After John's statement went viral, the school issued a public statement backing John's right to make such statements. Who wants to bet if this was inverted, he would have been fired immediately? Like we have seen a few cases of professors who changed the message from Black Lives Matter to All Lives Matter, or professors and teachers who refused to wear Black Lives Matter paraphernalia. It's the double standards, isn't it? The left. That's the only thing they have. The only standards they have is the double standards. As a public university would recognize and protect individuals' free speech right under the First Amendment, so that the ideas and information may be freely exchanged and examined without the threat of censorship or retaliation. If he done this, it reversed, would you have defended the same thing, or would you have booted him in a second? A statement shared Friday on KFDX TV said, occasionally individuals will express opinions that may be offensive and even shocking, but are nonetheless entitled to the First Amendment protection when all faculty members speak or write as citizens within the confines of the law. They are free from institutional censorship or discipline. Though we take advantage of every opportunity to encourage all members of the campus community to express their opinion in a civil, respectful manner, we will view avoidance of censorship as an important part of maintaining the culture of diversity of opinion and academic freedom that is so important to our role as a public university. I managed to do it! That one was a mouthful. The statement concluded. What is John saying now? John, however, took issue with the initial reports on the matter and said that it was important that all of his comments be taken in context. Of course, of course. Look at me here taking it at face value. Of course. So unprogressive of me. So damn bad out of me. He said the lack of apparent contest helped gin up the latest in a long line of violent hysterical attacks against his person and property, according to the facts. Social media user Dead Legendary shared what appeared to be a note from John to his comrades explaining the context of the remarks. Oh, this should be interesting. And before I go, time to drink some black, beautiful liquid. Portion of the lengthy note said within 24 hours of his speech, John delivered on September 24 during a rally for Breonna Taylor, of course, already had received several death threats. The situation quickly escalated after fascists. Aren't you going to defend fascists? They are socialists such as yourself. Acting in concert with local media, of course, disseminated a comment I posted on a friend's Facebook page. John then cited the above-mentioned reporting from KFDX. As of this morning, I have received more than 300 death threats by phone, email, text, and private messages. I also discovered that my home had been vandalized again. The 5th time since June, he wrote, I'm gonna have to call the police about this. Hello, police. Somebody's been threatening me. Yes, threats, yes. What did they say? Well, they said they disagree with me. That's for me, it's a death threat. It's a death threat. Oh, yes. Yes, it's also my home got vandalized. Only the rich people's homes should be vandalized, not mine. Mine should be standing, it should be pristine. Yes. Yes. That I should go fuck myself. Yes, okay. Yes. You want me to fuck myself with lube or without lubes? Okay. So, no lube. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Once bet it was kind of like that went through. As of this morning, I have received more than 300 death threats by phone, email, text, and private messages. I also discovered okay, moving on. The harassment has been so intense that I have been compelled to relocate to a hotel for my own safety. Oh, the humanity. John said, according to the facts, it is only because we are rare. Rare? We are living, you should add the brackets and sick, living in the midst of a phony gin-up hysteria known as scholars of the Antifa scare. Oh, kind of like Red Scare. That a lot of people died, kind of like what is happening right now with 36 or so people dead by Antifa and BLM. Anyway, let's keep going. That the local right has decided to go after me. Oh. The professor insisted, as reported by the outlet, was a person who doesn't own a gun or have a criminal record and who belongs to a member of a historically persecuted group that is greatly underrepresented in Wichita Falls. I am very clearly an easy target for them. What group is that? I'm not even going to wonder what it is. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's completely oblivious to what he's doing. He doesn't realize that he's pretty much doing the same thing these people are doing to him. And that he has done the same thing that other people are doing to him to other people. Look, I actually agree that he shouldn't receive death threats. If what he's saying is true, is actually a death threat, he shouldn't be receiving it. He should be investigated by the police to find if there's something actionable or that he has actually done anything that he has suggested in his messages. And that he probably shouldn't be fired or anything for what he said, even though, based on what has happened to other people who said things that are much tamer than this and got fired, maybe he should. But then again, in my own view, I don't think he should be fired, but following those standards. Maybe he should, but who am I to say it? Anyway, let's keep going to the article. He told KFZX that he does yearn to be part of a utopian society that excludes police officers and politicians. North Korea is there. Why don't you go there, live there? It's a paradise for people like you. I belong to live in a world. No. I belong to live in a world in which no longer have cops, and which no longer have capitalists, and which we no longer have politicians. He admitted, because those are my political beliefs. I own them, and I make no apologies for those beliefs. Alright, let's keep moving. In 2014, John shared a video on to YouTube that titled, "What is an Anarchist Studies?" Let's see, it's a diversity study for people who instead of flipping burgers, decided to go and teach. In which he describes well that's anarchist studies is supposed to be. Spoiler, he's not sure what it means either. But that's a surprise. Imagine my shock. In the video he says, first of all, I think that anarchist studies is a contested term. I don't think there's any real consensus necessarily among those of us who like to think of ourselves as working anarchist studies. I think it's something that we're still trying to figure it out. I think that we are engaged in active discussions with one other group, another about anarchist studies is, and what it entails and what it might be. With that said, he continued, I think that it's possible to provide at least a general account of anarchist studies. And I would say that according to that account, anarchist studies is simply that anarchists do when we reflect honestly on and think critically about ourselves. And so anarchist studies is what anarchists do when we think about it as we believe, and what we do, and what we want to bring about, and how we want to bring it about, and so forth. Basically, he definitely has no idea. Oh, what a joke. Well, these are the people who want to destroy America. So please go out in November and vote for Trump to avoid people like those getting into power. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you on my next video. Good night.